I don't know who it is or whatever, but you see on the TikToks, the TTs, or the Instagrams, there's a woman who is working at an office, and you've got Gen Xers calling in, and it's like, she's like, hi, and the phone is like, hey, this is Melissa's boyfriend. Like, she's not like into work today, so she's not coming in.
Yeah.
And the woman's like, it's her job. And,
Yeah,
and
you have
he's
to come
like,
in.
yeah, but she's not really feeling it, I mean, the excuses, the entitlement, I guess you would say, or the like,
Don't get me started.
I'm not coming because I broke a nail. So like, and the fact that Gen Xers, I'm sorry, Gen Xers, that they think it's okay to say, I stubbed my toes, so I can't
Gen
work
Z.
today. Is it Gen Z?
It's Gen Z. Well, no, but again, I think that goes back to what we were talking about earlier of overcorrection, right? Of like, yes, so I think the boomers and like Gen X, they devoted too much of their life to jobs that didn't care, right? And then now Gen Z is seeing that and being like, well, I don't want that for my life. Millennials are caught in the middle. We're just like, we're trying to hold it together. But Gen Z is seeing that and being like, well, I don't want that for my life. I want to care about my mental health. I want to have a full life outside of work. I don't want to be defined by work, but we're overdoing it.
Right.
Now.
And I'm like thinking to myself while you're talking, why is that happening? Right. So my thought process is we're not going, okay, you're fucking fired then, moving on. You know what I mean?
Well, but it's
it's
also too like it's happening, I think, because Gen Z is seeing like, this didn't make my parents happy to have their life, to give decades of their life to a job and then get to 65 and they boot them out and like don't take care of them.
Misunderstand me. I'm all about,
But I agree with why we're not holding them accountable. I don't know.
Right. But I mean, the model of work your whole life, vacation for 2 weeks in a year,
it's
and
wild.
then at 65, I'm like, fuck that. And I'm, and don't listen to me, everybody, but I'm like, what is going
too late.
on? But what is going on with spending so much money on going to get an education at a school?
It's a
rather
broken
than
system.
And then you're in debt for the rest of your life.
It doesn't. There was something I saw where it was like, in Europe, they're like, oh, I'll work for 2 weeks and then I'll take 2 weeks off. We'll do, which I know is like an over exaggeration of what that system looks like. But then they were like, in America, it's like, I've got 2 weeks to have open heart surgery. That's my, but it's true. It's true.
A friend of ours is having a surgery on Tuesday, and in Germany, you have a surgery and then you stay in the hospital and they take care of you for a little while.
Yeah.
And in America, they're like, he's not bleeding anymore. Discharge.
Yeah. No, you're telling me.
But going back just to the life, going to college or not, I'm always saying, do whatever you can, like write, direct, act, this, open a coffee shop. You know what I mean? Like the doing things out of the box. I love that.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things they do in Europe too is, or at least I know from Germany, if you want to do a specific something, you train in that field.
Yeah.
It's not like you train
It's like an
in
apprenticeship or something.
Yeah, apprenticeship, exactly, which I think is wonderful.
Well, and I think, go ahead.
I was just going to say to everybody, if you have something that you want to do it, but do other things too. I wish I had said to myself, I wish I had given myself permission to not just be an actor. You know what I mean?
I get it.
To do other things,
Yeah.
because
I think too, and that's part of the good thing about like what Gen Z is doing is they're trying to rewrite that narrative of like, you become one thing, that's your thing, that's what you devote decades of your life to make somebody else richer doing that thing.
Right.
And then you're dead. Like you get to enjoy your life in retirement at the very end, right?
I'm going to completely contradict myself and just say, I'm really sorry to all the generations that are behind me. I apologize, and I'm here for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to make them okay and not mad at me.
Well, a lot of them are dead. So,
all right. So now we're in the substation.
We're in the substation,
and we've set
and we're trying to catch the hand.
I know with hand lotion and nail polish and everything,
and then the pot with the string. Yeah. Very classic.
That was how you would catch like a mouse or something. You would put like a crate.
It was very Tom and Jerry.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, and then we talk about the Flatiron Building, which I think is really interesting because the Flatiron Building is mentioned in so many different things.
This.
So we talk about because
is that where the movie's going to be projected?
Yeah.
Right.
So Harper gets the text, and it's going to be in the Flatiron Building.
But what is that? A real thing?
It's a real thing. It's a famous 3-sided triangular building in New York, built in 1902 that resembles a flat iron hence the name. And it's been featured or recreated in movies and shows like John Wick with your favorite, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Spider-Man 1 and 2. And it's referenced in The Boys. So they don't film
like
there.
in the center, like Times Square, right?
Like
is
it's
that where it
literally,
is? Or no?
it looks like a Flatiron because it's like three-sided.
Right.
But I just love that like we bring that New York, again, attention to detail. We bring that New York landmark back there.
Right.
So they catch the hand, but it's unusually strong. Harper insists they just put the hand in the box, finish the chores themselves, then go to the movie. Alex, stubborn and refuses.
Harper is smart and she knows things.
Harper's efficient. Harper tries to be efficient, but Alex is stubborn,
right?
Which is why they're a good balance for each other, and refuses and fights with the hand, which results in Alex just holding the hand while she ends up really doing the chores.
I was like, what? And then I thought it was so funny because she's using her hand to hold the hand to do all the chores, which is, to me, is a little bit of a metaphor for, maybe not metaphor.
This episode about a detached hand is getting very deep.
But like when you try to get your kids, as you don't have kids, but when you try to get your kids to do something and then you start doing it, you do it for them, but you're having them like watch you. And, it was very hard for me not to do the things for the kids. But then what happens is, and my therapist, Robert Stuckey, who's now not with us anymore, said something to me that I really wish that I had taken to heart, because it sounds weird, which is anything that you do for your children that they can do for themselves is a form of abuse, in the sense of you're taking away their ability to trial and error, to learn and fail. It's like spilled milk kind of thing.
Or you're taking away the gift of self-sufficiency.
Right. So if I say to Dylan, like, pour some milk in here, I don't want her to spill, so I pour it for her. Yeah. She's never going to learn how to pour the milk.
Well, I mean, I don't have children, but like
You have cats.
Fuck off. I teach like newer nurses, right? So that they like the more, which is scary to me that like that's where we're at now, but also to, whatever. Anyway, but I have to I literally will say to them, I'll say, I'll be in the room with you, but once we get to a certain point, I'm going to step out and I need you to come ask me for help for multiple reasons. One, so they can use their resources, but two, because I struggle to not jump in and do it for them because I want it done right, or I want it done a certain way, or I just want to help, And so I understand that thing of like, well, let me just do it. It'll be easier if I just do it.
That's apparent. That's apparently you're that's a very parent.
Well, teaching is teaching,
I love that you're teaching. They also say that you learn, you do this, you do that, and then when you kind of in a master capacity, and I'm not saying master, but when you start teaching it,
What's the teach back method? Is like when you truly want to fully understand something, you teach it back. If you can teach it, you know it through and through.
You mean like when we teach acting at AGB, Actors Giving Back, Jen Stone?
Drink out of your Bigfoot mug.
Oh, wait, hold on. I've got a Bigfoot mug. By the way, we're doing merch and at Bigfoot.
This episode
cafe.com.
is all over the place.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I thought I was taller. I'm trying to drink.
I can't.